not perfect.
Meg Thee Stallion didn't expect this from black women. Well, well, well. So far, all I've been seeing is women siding with Meg and bashing Klay all over the internet, but it looks like a few of them have had a little change of heart. So let's go ahead and get into it.
And I know I'm gonna get some hate for this, but Klay Thompson was never gonna marry Meg Thee Stallion. Like, I'm sorry, it was never gonna happen, and let me tell you why.
Ever since Meg Thee Stallion ran to Instagram and broke up with Klay Thompson, I'm not gonna lie, her fan base has come out the woodworks. I mean, Meg Thee Stallion has a large Instagram following and a large fan base. And unlike Doja Cat's fan base, Meg Thee Stallion fan base don't buy no concert tickets, don't buy her albums, and don't spend no money with her. But when it comes to tearing down a brother like Klay Thompson, they can unite like Voltron. I guess there's unity with black women after all, right?
He's right, you know.
We didn't know Klay Thompson before Meg Thee Stallion.
That claim right there, no, that's false. I don't even follow basketball, and I knew Klay years before I knew who Meg was. False, false, false. Get out of here.
Now, stuff like this is what I've been seeing across the internet, and I think most of you guys have been seeing this kind of stuff too. But you know what? Hey, her fans are even doing worse than that.
Klay is broke. Klay is a joke. Klay lost the game. Klay has no fame. Klay has no hoes. Klay has no goals. Klay has to cough. Can't find a hall.
Y'all know people that be on this type of wave, be doing this stuff thinking they really finna put a curse on somebody. I know some people like that.
Klay wants to shoot. Can't find the ball.
I mean, what in the was that? I just can't, I promise you, I don't know. I don't understand what she was on. But whatever she's on, I need that right now in my life. Just kidding. That's hard. Now, when a celebrity female is breaking up with the guy, for the most part, never really gets any support. No matter how good or how bad he is. You guys remember the situation with Meg Thee Stallion and Devon Franklin. I mean, for crying out loud, he was a pastor and they called him gay. Tia Mowry and Corey Hardrick, I mean, he's the perfect guy.
Did he mean to say Megan Good? Because that wasn't Meg Thee Stallion.
During the breakup, I mean, he completely got crapped on. And then it wasn't until now that people feel sympathetic for him. So we already knew that Klay Thompson would not get any support. Or would he? Fortunately enough for Klay Thompson, he would find some support in a very unfamiliar place.
But y'all, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but body count absolutely does matter. We could try this whole feminist thing of don't judge me, of my past and my body, my choice, all of that. Yes, your body, your choice, but it does have an effect on your romantic relationships and the seriousness that a man will have with you.
Now, I really want to discuss this.
Oh, Shay, you should have put one of those. He's right, you know, in that joint right there. But go on.
This sister here, she's talking about body count does matter, even if you do say my body, my choice. Now, again, there are some guys who don't care about body count, but there are certain things you have to do to make up for it, like be extremely beautiful or extremely submissive. You need to be able to pair bond with a man. You got to be able to make up in a way for something else outside of that. And the big issue with what she's talking about.
This just made me think of something. So fellas, do you care about body count? I'm sure most of y'all gonna say yeah. But if she meets all those criteria that he just mentioned, would you take her back? If she, took a test and it came back all negative, she completely changed her ways for probably years, but at this point, it was actually far in the past or whatever. And she was beautiful and offered all of the things that you want in a woman. Would you still take her if her body count was like 70, 50 to 100? Would you still take her? These are the tough questions. I don't even know how I would answer that.
is that a lot of women in the dating market only care about what they want out of the dating market and what they care is valuable. So it doesn't matter if I have a high body count. Who cares about that? It doesn't really matter if I'm a single mom. It doesn't matter about that. I'm still going to be valuable to somebody. And in the real sense, you are a human and you are valuable to somebody, just not to the person that you want to be in a long-term relationship with. Yeah, you can wear whatever you want to wear and be cute and be thick and all of that, but that does not mean that the person that you want will accept you long term just because you want a person to accept you long term. I wanted to play point guard for the Sacramento Kings, and how did I end up? And then there were so many people who felt that Klay Thompson was using Meg Thee Stallion for clout until women came and did this.
He didn't gain notoriety from her, despite this dumbass comment. She didn't make him richer. She didn't get him any endorsements. She didn't get him any respect. So I'm trying to figure out how he benefited from dating Megan.
Yeah, I would agree. Klay Thompson.
I never understood when the women were coming out saying that nobody knew Klay before Meg and that he was with her for clout. Why would he want to get with her for clout? He already has more money than her. He's already more well known. And what is Megan going to do for him as far as like endorsements or more eyes on him, sponsorships, whatever? What is she going to do for him? I did not understand it. Like, I can't lie. Ladies, y'all was reaching hard with that one. Hard.
Four-time NBA champion, perennial all-star, most likely will get into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, he didn't gain anything from dealing with Meg Thee Stallion except for getting exposed. But wait, there's more.
Megan's the one with a destroyed reputation, known for being a liar. Say what you want, but Megan has been caught in multiple lies. Her ex-boyfriend also basically said that she was not a good girlfriend. And I just think it's interesting how her fans don't see the play. They don't see Megan's play.
I think I agree with this. Let's recap. She's a liar, destroyed reputation, not a good girlfriend, and manipulative. But wait, there's more.
Megan's play is to over everybody, both male and female.
I mean, the truth is, in your song, I think you said, I want them, I don't know what the fuck, I want them, you got her something. We all know that I ain't never wanted none of you. It was really...
Yeah, those are pretty much facts, but wait, there's more.
This is evident by the lack of female friendships that she has and is able to maintain, which is zero. Her play is to be the villain in a relationship, but tell her side first. And she's mastered that. And then
that makes me think about the Tory Lanez situation. Because as far as I last heard and what I last heard about it, because people ain't really talking about it no more, Tory didn't shoot her at the end of the day. There's too much evidence to refute that statement. So she kind of did exactly what she just said with Tory. Something happened, and if the truth came out from somebody, well, if the story came out from somebody other than Meg herself, it would look bad. So she hurried up and got the story out. At least that's what it seems like she did. I mean, let me just say allegedly. But she ruined Tory Lanez. I still don't know why he didn't get out once all the evidence came out, but that's a whole nother topic. So with that track record, then it looks like she's kind of doing that with this. Because for all we know, maybe she screwed over Klay. And Klay is like, I didn't even want you that much. I'm going to leave. And then dipped out or maybe just went out and cheated, technically cheated. But if he mentally broke up with her, they was broken up. But maybe that's what happened here. And I can't even lie, on my last video, I was actually halfway siding with Meg, like trying to see the silver lining with what was going on. But if this is all what Meg is about, then nah, I'm sorry.
Get away from me.
I'm sorry. I'm Team Klay. I'm Team Klay. My bad, shorty.
Her play is to time her sympathy campaign with whatever either music she's about to release or narrative she needs to cover up or bury. And only her delusional fans fall for it every time.
Okay, let's stop the show. So she says she is trying the sympathy campaign, and she only does it when, number one, she's trying to release new music, or she wants to play as if she is the victim. I mean, men can address this as a whole other phrase. Yeah, guys, it's also called no accountability. But wait.
Megan is the only one that is ever the victim. Everyone is always doing stuff to her and never to them. She's never doing it to them. It's always somebody doing her wrong. But everything that has been documented that she has done to wrong to other people, y'all always find a way to justify her wrongness. She could be dead wrong, but then y'all give a reason why it's okay for her to be dead wrong.
So not only does Meg Thee Stallion
enablers, stop it, get some help,
have problems with men and women, and we've talked about that, all of her relationships in some level of drama. She doesn't have good relationships with people. I mean, she falls out with her label mates and stuff like that. Nicki Minaj. She fell out with Carl Crawford, who's the CEO of 1501 Certified Entertainment. I mean, she's always having all of these issues, but the fan base supports her anyway. And this is interesting because if it was...
Not if they ain't buying no tickets or merch from her. What are we talking about?
...was reversed, and if it was Klay Thompson making all these mistakes, then their eyes would be clear as day. They would be able to see exactly what the problem is. And really, that's bias. What a lot of us have. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can do it. You can do it. But yeah, they don't want to see that Meg Thee Stallion is really the problem here.
My bad. Side note. Klay Thompson got that basketball player nose. That nose that looked like he done put in work and took some elbows and hips to the face. My bad.
Not so much of Klay Thompson. We're not saying that he's not perfect.
Okay. I'm done.
But yeah, the issue is definitely her. And here is the most important part. Clip.
She thought he was a light-skinned cornball that never had a black girl to her level, right? But joke's on her.
So the problem with Meg Thee Stallion and many of the other women who looked at Klay Thompson is that he looks like a clean-cut guy. I mean, he's not like one of these Pookies or Ray Rays out here. He looks clean-cut. He's opening doors. He's respecting her. To be honest, Klay Thompson is the kind of guy that women want to go to after they're done messing around with the Pookies and the Ray Rays. So if they can get a guy who's attractive, rich, and he fits the nice guy image, although this is probably not the person that they would go for in the beginning, they'll go to him after they've had their fun, right? So he'll accept me for how I am, and I can finally settle down and get with somebody rich and kind of retire these cheeks. The problem is you can't underestimate anybody. And the issue with Meg Thee Stallion, she's still leveled up with Klay Thompson because he's worth a whole lot of money. But again, his optionality is greater than all of the guys that she's dealt with before. He got more options than Torrey Craig. He got more options than Tory Lane. He got more options than Partisan Fontaine. I mean, he has more options than everybody combined because he is undoubtedly worldwide, probably more famous than all of those people. And still is earning a lot of money in the NBA, a guaranteed paycheck. He don't need a concert tour to sell out. He's made over $300 million in his career. So you're overestimating somebody, and that happens when a lot of women are dealing with a guy that's largely out of their league. Most women tend to have an issue with treating almost every guy the same, as if the guy needs you. And I really see that from a lot of black women, especially black women who are confident in themselves, you feel like you got a lot going on, and you do have a lot going on. You feel like you're important. You feel like you got education, you got good looks, and all of those things may be true, but you can't make yourself needed if you're really not needed. And one of the reasons why Meg Thee Stallion is really not needed, because I'm pretty sure she never sat there and asked Klay Thompson, what is it that you need from me? What is it that I can do for you? What kind of woman would you like me to be? And most women don't ask this question. When the relationship dynamics get down to the nitty gritty, they overestimate their leverage. And you'll start to hear stuff like, well, I was there for you, even though you had your little mood swings. You know, even though you did all of this, I was holding you down. I mean, these are things that are really not tangible and don't bring anything to the bottom line. I mean, you know, like when Klay Thompson actually got you a Bentley and he paid like 200 grand for it, that's actually tangible things you can touch. But of course, she doesn't care because what she wants to give you is important. And that will work until somebody gets tired of you and they don't need you to be there. These women are right. If you want to be with a guy of that value, you got to do something more than what you think you're doing, or else you just keep going around being the problem and blaming everybody else for your problems. So guys, subscribe, hit the bell. What did you think about this episode? Do you think that Klay...
I can't lie. O'Shea was cooking right there. He was cooking on this one. Okay. Good job. So, I mean, honestly, at this point, Meg, with all that publicity that you got off of this breakup right here, I don't know, you might be cooked. You might have to date down a little bit. Go get you a normal guy. I don't know, the industry finna look at you all types of crazy ways after this. Ouch. That hurts. I mean, at this point, I wasn't even mad at Klay in the beginning of this, but now it's just like, now I see what all the other dudes on the net was saying. Like, he doing all right. He didn't ruin his reputation with this. Ain't nobody finna, like, he ain't finna lose no girls. He ain't finna lose no money. He ain't finna lose no friends. So he's kind of winning in this. Meg, on the other hand, now she got some of her fans looking at her crazy. Any potential relationships, they heard about this. Anybody that she could even potentially be in a relationship with in the future, they heard about this situation and now they have their own thoughts on it. So she's kind of cooked. Dang. I really wasn't expecting the women to come out like this about her. I was only seeing the ones fighting for Klay, yelling at other dudes that were, fighting for Meg, bashing Klay, yelling at all the dudes that was, commending Klay and stuff, getting in arguments with him online. But now that I'm seeing this, now that the rest of these women came out and are speaking their thoughts on it, I'm actually glad to see it. Because I do get tired of the thing a lot of women do when they basically enable other women to not better themselves. Like, if you see a 400-pound woman and you look so good, that body's teeth. Stop lying to them. You don't have to go and say they're a fat slob. No, you don't have to shame them. But don't enable them. That's not healthy. And just all types of stuff. Oh, it doesn't matter how many bodies you got. Your body, your choice. Yeah, your body, your choice, but it's our choice to be with you or not. You ain't gonna have as many options if you just out there throwing your body away. You got some fun in high school, but if that's what you want to do, then go for it. Because we have other options. Every man has other options. So, I don't know. I'm actually kind of glad to see this. I'm kind of glad to see it. People are getting smarter. People are getting held accountable. I'm glad to see that. So yeah, What do y'all think about this, man? What's your comments on this? Are y'all team Meg or team Klay? And were you on one side and now you're on the other? Or were you in between and now you on the side? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that one, because this was real interesting. I was surprised to see this. This is very interesting to see. But yeah, with that being said, that's all we got on this video. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, stay blessed. Peace out.